What's going on, guys? My name is Zana and this is the new Gmail logo, and what you're looking at here is the old logo. And so far the reception of this new direction, I would say it's not yet there. People are actually pissed, which keeps me wondering, why are people so outrageous online, yet this is not the first time we've seen the same design language used on Google products. We've seen the same design language on Google Maps, Google Feed, and Google Home. So with all what's going on online, I want to break down this brand refresh from Google, and I'm not basing this on my feelings, not my opinion, but I want to really come from a logo design standpoint of view and base this on brand strategy and, principles of design like form and function. So to begin with the brand strategy, there are actually so many factors that come into play to come up with a winning strategy. But for the sake of this video, I want to zero in on the brand architecture. And if you don't know what a brand architecture is, think about it as a structure or relationship between the master brand and its subcategory products or brands. Now you have an idea what a brand architecture is. You might be thinking to yourself, why dive into analyzing the brand architecture when we all know that we're here just to see what went down with the Gmail logo? And I think that's where the problem comes from. Like, people are taking design non-serious. Design is a bit subjective. Like, you can't just come out there and, pour your opinion or feelings out there in the world, because it might relate differently to every individual. And that's where, for me, I didn't really want to pull this from my feelings. As I mentioned earlier, I want to base this on some core fundamentals. Before actually we do that, I'm excited to let you know, guys, that this video is brought to you by Bughead. If you find yourself leaving feedback for your team about the website project you're working on, only to be overwhelmed by a chain of emails, the spreadsheets and the back and forth, that's where Bughead comes in. Bughead is a visual annotation and bug reporting tool for teams working on websites or web projects, and I love to think about it as stick notes for your website that makes feedback effortlessly clear and instant. So it acts as the best way to collect, manage, and resolve feedback or bugs teams are having on web projects they are working on. You can sign up for a 14 days free trial using the link in the description so that you can try this product out for yourself. And the good thing is there is no upfront payment or credit card required on sign up. And I think you'll love this product. So back to the architecture. So when you look at the architecture, G Suite appears to be a subcategory brand under Google. And then under G Suite, we have a number of products stretching from Gmail, Google Meet, Google Chat, Google Drive, Calendar, Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Sheets, Google Sites, and Google Form. And actually, there is more to this product line. But for the sake of this video, I want to zero in on the products that really were involved in the new look. Getting into the transition to know how Google Workspace's new architecture looks like, I think the best thing here to do is to list all the icons that ended up changing. And right on the forefront, you can see Gmail, Google Meet, Google Drive, Calendar, and Google Docs. Now, and I think this is where everyone missed the entire mark. And actually, I don't blame this on average consumers, because even industry top level blogs are listing Google Docs among the icons that change. And I thought maybe it's me just making up stuff, that maybe it's me who missed the entire mark. So I went ahead to dig and I landed on this promo from Google. And when you watch the entire promo, when this icon comes in, that new icon, then the claimed new Google Docs icon, when it comes in, the way they introduce it, they mesh and morph all the icons together to form this one icon. And what's surprising is even Google Keep has joined the assembly. And for me, I thought maybe that was obvious. Like, I thought maybe that the video was just right there in front of you. Why would you miss the entire mark to claim that Google Docs changed the icon? So maybe. So I went ahead to really just dig again, and I went on Google's website to see how the product listing is done. And surprisingly, what shook me, this new icon actually was not listed, but all the other new icons were listed, as you can see, but this new icon was nowhere to be seen. But again, Google Docs and its siblings in that assembly were listed. So it goes on to show you that the Google Docs icon actually didn't change. But what happened, like, Google Docs and its sibling, all that entire assembly, got a new face. With that being said, this is how actually the new architecture for Google Workspace looks like. So there are only 4 icons that ended up changing. Google Docs and its siblings, or that entire assembly, didn't change. They just got a new face. Actually, I really love the way this icon turned out. I don't know about you, but I love the form factor. That what ended up happening, they used the same form factor of Google Docs and its siblings and just came up with this icon that actually when you pay close attention, it looks like all the other icons. So again, like, do I think that this icon is perfect? Yes or no? Like, I think for me, form-wise, it looks amazing. It takes on that shape from its siblings. So beside the misconception of how this is the new Google Docs icon, I think the icon looks great. So after clearing that space on what ended up changing and what didn't change, I think it's best time to move on to the main event of the day, which is the Gmail logo. First things first, let's get to analyze the form factor in the new logo. And the best way to do this is putting side by side the old logo and the new logo. And when you do this, right off the bat, you can clearly see that the form factor actually didn't change. And when you try to marry the form from the old logo with the new logo, it's clearly so proportional. And the beauty about this shape, it's just a simple letter M monogram. So what do I think about the form? Man, like, I really don't know. Like, the best thing I can say is the form actually, for me, I think that's fair. Like, looking at where it's coming from the old logo, then we see the same form factor appearing in the new logo. But I think where the issues come in is something to do with the function, where the color comes into play and, some optical corrections. And yeah, it's super obvious that the same colors from the master brand logo, that letter G, we can see them appearing in this new Gmail logo. And again, remember, like, the same letter G or the brand marker that had some design issues in the past that maybe later on the industry somehow settled, man, like, that's the same way I am thinking about this. Like, maybe later we would figure out ways of working with this new icon. I don't know. But here's the thing, like, there's so many ways of putting this on test. You can use the white and black rule and see whether it works, whether it doesn't. Maybe like use that favicon principle of like, 32 pixels by 32, whether it's still eligible, that can work. But the thing is, like, right now, that is, it won't help nothing. Like, Google has already released these icons out there. And funny fact, like, everything has already changed. Like, when you look at all the touch points on the website, everything has already changed. We're just waiting on to just update our applications and the icons change. So, bottom line, I just wanted to point out that the docs icon didn't change, as everyone is saying or claiming. And Google actually just introduced one icon that is new and fresh, and they ended up happening to change the other 4 icons. And yeah, if you're asking, okay, why then other people are saying that the Google Docs logo changed, I don't know. I don't know about you. That is for you to judge, but according to where things look, that icon is the face of this new assembly, like Google Docs and its siblings. And funny fact, I was excited to see how Google Keep is joining the assembly right there in the video. And yeah, fun to watch. Yeah, I think that's it for this video. I'll leave it as an open debate. I want to see you guys sharing your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about the new logo? What do you think? Maybe from the comments I can get some understanding of how people are interpreting this. Later I could do a follow-up video. I could just come again and we dissect the entire logo. But right now I just wanted to clear some space on the misconception on how people are rushing really to judge. Yeah, for now, yeah, that's it. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe. And if you're one of those guys who are interested in learning modern logo design skills, of course, to make more money, consider checking out my logo design program at www.paulzana.com. Other than that, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers. Love ya.